Well, good morning. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is the New Cosmic Knowledge Channel, and I'm really trying to use my inside voice today because I am at a Airbnb today on the road. So I'm trying not to blow people out and trying to be respectful, but I still wanted to get up and still wanted to get out the morning mantra for you. I was a little bit of a bed bug today. I'm not sure why, but lying there thinking, lying there postulating, lying there considering, and something came into my mind. And you know what, people always talk about change. Well, Jeff, I don't do well with change. Change is hard for me. I don't like change. Me and change not so great. And I realized that this idea, this perception, this belief about change that we don't really like it, it's not really comfortable, that idea has permeated our culture. That idea has completely permeated our culture. People just don't like change. And I don't know about you, but anything that permeates this culture, I immediately begin to question. This culture is broken. This culture is stacked against us. This culture is all about being a fear and guilt control matrix. So anytime I see something that's ubiquitous within culture or is everywhere in culture, these ideas all in culture, thank you, Power Vapor Supply, I realize that if everybody believes it in a sick, broken, twisted, abusive, psychopathic culture, then we should question these things. At least say, if everybody in this busted culture believes it, perhaps we should take a second look at it. And in the genre that we're in, the people that we are, everybody in this chat room, everybody that'll watch this broadcast over the days, weeks, months, years to come, if you're watching this because you don't like where you've been and you want to go to someplace different. You don't like who you've been and you want to be someone different. You don't like what you've experienced and you want to experience something different. You don't like the physical condition you're in. You want to get to a different physical condition. You don't like the spiritual condition you're in and you want to get to a different spiritual condition. You don't like things that are in your life and you want to make them better. You want to go from where you are, what you are, who you are, what you've been, who you've been, where you've been, and you want to go to who you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to be. May I ask you one question? What one thing is absolutely requisite for you to go from where you've been to where you want to be? What one thing is absolutely requisite for you to go from who, what, where you are to who, what, where you want to be? What one thing is absolutely necessary? I'll wait. But I'm not comfortable with change. I don't like change. I don't do well with change. And the one thing that you have to have in each and every situation that you will improve in your life is change. You can't go from the bondages you used to be in to freedom without what? Change. You can't go from the condition that you're in to the condition you want to be without what? Change. Nothing positive happens in your life without change. And yet, we're programmed from the time that we come out of our mama's belly to fear change, to resist change, to not like change, to not embrace change, to feel uncomfortable with change. Makes sense, doesn't it? They don't want you to be different than what they've convinced you are. They don't want you to get better. They don't want you to get stronger. They don't want you to get faster. They don't want you to get deeper. They don't want you to go higher. And what's one of the best ways to do that? To get you to feel dis-ease, discomfort, fear, doubt around the one thing that's requisite to get you from where they want you to where you want to be. The one thing that can set you free. The one thing that has to be there every single time you make a change. The one thing they've got you fearing, they've got you doubting, they've got you uncomfortable with, they've got you resisting. Change is the best thing that ever happened to you, because nothing happens to you in a positive way without change. And if you don't change, only the things you don't like continue. Think about that. Entropy leads you inexorably downward. If you don't change, you're not going to grow in any area of your life. They've sold you a bill of goods to make you be uncomfortable with change. Change is your friend. Change is powerful. Change is what you need. And if you catch yourself saying, I'm not comfortable with change, slap yourself. I would literally do it. If you catch yourself saying, oh, I don't like change, slap yourself. If you catch yourself resisting change, slap yourself. Because to resist change is to resist the move of the spirit, the move of the universe in your life. Nothing, not one single thing, not one single improvement is possible without change. Changing, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we all want to do. That's what we all want to be. So it's time to get rid of the stinking thinking, time for a checkup from the neck up. Don't believe what they tell you about change, because change really is your salvation. Don't ever let me hear you say again, I don't like change. I'm uncomfortable with change. Change makes me... No. Look at it for what it really is. You've been lied to. Change. Change. Change is powerful. Change is beautiful. Change is fantastic. Well, Jeff, all the changes in my life have always been negative. So, did you ever have a bad meal? Have you ever had 2 bad meals? Have you ever had 10 bad meals in your life? I notice that you still eat every now and then. Change is where your power is. Change is where growth is. Embrace it. Love it. Wrap your arms around it. Wallow in it, because that's what you need to get from where you are to where you want to be. To get from where you are to where you want to be, the one thing that has to happen, the one thing you have to embrace, and the one thing that's always in your face, whether you like it or not, it's change. Change isn't your enemy. Change is your best friend. Change is the voice of the divine. Good morning, my love. Very nice to see all of you. And as somebody said earlier, change is the only constant. And why would change be the only constant in life? Let's think about that. This life, and I know this is a long morning mantra, change is the only constant in life. Okay? You know, time's not even constant. Life isn't even constant. But change is constant. Why would that be? The divine created this life. The divine created who we are, where we are. And the one constant is change. Maybe they thought it was a good thing. And maybe our fear and our doubt and our resistance around it is designed to keep us from embracing the very thing that is the very constant in the very universe that the divine created. I'm a change junkie. I love change. Love change. And all the changes in my life are positive. They're good. You know why? Because I manifest them that way. Because I decide they're that way. I'm divine. I'm sovereign. I'm free. I love change. And my life is changing every day. I'm in the changing business, cousin. And cousin, business is a booming. Some great, exciting changes to tell you about. Can't tell you about till the middle of next week. Great changes, exciting changes. Our channel's blowing up again. Folks, if you don't listen to any of these morning mantras I've ever said to you, embrace change. because your change is coming. And I don't care what your history is. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Your history does not determine your destiny. Your history does not determine what happens today. I don't care if the last 1,000 changes in your life have been bad. The next one's going to be good because you're going to embrace it. You're going to manifest it. And you're going to realize that you're divine, you're sovereign, you're free. I blame Sandra. She gave me the ring. Change is a good thing. And the changes in your life are getting ready to come, cousin, and they're getting ready to be good. Let's go ahead and grab onto it. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. Morning mantra: be divine, be sovereign, be free. Ask questions, question answers. Folks, we all are unindoctrinating ourselves, and we're finding out it's an inside job.